Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the show again. So let's get started for the weekly update closing for the traditional financial market. Alright, so for S&P 500, as you can see, previous was closing very near the high, and then right now it's closing right down at the bottom, just above the horizontal resistance region over here. So yeah, so in terms of, even though this looks like a bearish sign, when people will see this bearish engulfing candlestick, I must be cautious to say that if you look at purely on this line chart, you will see that the upward momentum or bullish momentum is still very strong. It's still clearly making higher highs and higher lows, even if this was to be a low. And with this 50 simple moving average as the next primary resistance along this horizontal resistance, it still looks very bullish in the near term until this is being breached. But let's update this. So in terms of the strength of the trend line is still strong because all these three are aligned very nicely. And then in terms of the market structure is bullish, and in terms of weekly trend is also bullish, as price is also remaining far above this 200 simple moving average. Okay, so let's take a look at the daily closing instead to have a more closer look. So what I see is, yes, there's definitely this resistance, which is why I mentioned that it's important to take some profits for reaching the first level of resistance over here. And over here, you can see there is some sort of a supportive action being seen because this is ultimately the 200 simple moving average on the daily chart. So do I see a possible continuation of trend? Possibly, but if you're looking for potential swing trade, I would not enter. Let me look at the price action quickly. So okay, so the price action here is one gap down, and then a very bearish candlestick itself, and then you get this sort of like a bullish pin bar or bullish hammer, just closing above this 200. So yes, it does look bullish. So if you do want to consider continuation, you could put a buy stop order here, with a stop loss right here, and then here. But since the risk to reward isn't extremely high, and thereafter for it to be even higher highs, it is possible. So that this is a potential setup. Yeah, look at here. So yes, so yeah, so this would be a potential setup. And yeah, okay, so what I was looking over here is basically seeing some sort of a support trend line where RSI tend to be supportive before continuation of upward trend. So you can see over here at approximately 50 itself, what happens is that the price tends to bounce from there. So you can see here it falls to 50, it bounces, it falls to 50 again, it bounces. So this is the long time is falling at just below, slightly below, but still within the range. So with this 200 simple moving average, to be safe, I will still put a buy stop order above this previous high. That is to be on the safer side entry. But of course, some people will just immediately enter on the opening of this. But for me, it has to open above for potential continuation towards the upwards trend itself. So in terms of taking profit wise, then yeah, I'll take potential profit over here and also potential profit over here. So this will be the two risk to reward that we'll look at. Yep, so that will be a potential setup. But let's update the market structure. In terms of market structure wise, it's definitely still look normal in terms of strength of the trend because the moving average is not aligned in the 50, 150, and 200. But in terms of the market structure wise, you can see this is a high, this is the low, this is now potentially lower low. So it now really depends on this. But otherwise, I would say right now is in the transition or neutral territory because you've got a high, a higher high, a low, a lower low. So this could potentially consolidate over here. And then depending on how it consolidates, I will be able to determine what sort of price action is more likely. neutral. Okay, so because this is neutral, I may think twice to enter this potential trade setup. What I would prefer to enter a trade setup is I'll look at the 4-hour chart, take a little bit even closer. Again, from here, you do see that this 50 simple moving average on the 4-hour moving chart could act as a potential support because it has acted as one time over here. So this could be the second time. So yeah, this trade setup is definitely valid in my opinion. And yeah, the buy stop order should be in place if you're looking to trade the S&P 500. Okay, let's move over to the Nasdaq then. Alright, so for Nasdaq, it's very interesting. Happened is that it actually closes to all-time high, but right now has broken back below. So this could be a potential false breakout, especially with this strong momentum upwards. So I do see potential for a deeper retracement because this V shape was very, very strong. You can see it's almost like a 70, 80, 90 degree kind of a pullback going all the way up. So when you have all of this, there is a tendency for the buyers to be exhausted, which means the people who actually wanted to buy have already bought into it. So what you are left now in the market are people who are looking to take profits. And therefore, I do see some potential retracement, at least to this maybe 20 exponential moving average. Otherwise, if you follow the usual update, market structure remains to be bullish, strong, bullish, and bullish. Let's look at the daily. Okay, so over at the daily, you will see it still remains there, the high and the higher high and low, but potentially lower low, but this could be the first time you find support at this 20 exponential moving average. So it still could continue towards the trend, or it could actually accumulate over here. If it does accumulate over here, then I'll lean towards potential bearish momentum to transit. So yeah, okay, so reason why I say it's neutral is because you get high, a higher high, low, a lower low. So now that this is a confirmed lower low, then there's a potential switch until this thing goes upwards again, then you get this high, with this low, and then the potentially lower, higher low, and then continuation of a bullish market structure. So yeah, in terms of potential trade setup, we look at the 4-hour to see then potential. So yeah, it still looks good because it strongly bounced at this 50 simple moving average and now seems to be on the upward trend. So if I were to go for potential long, what I'll do is I'll look at the price action. Upon the break above this high to right up, yeah, but the risk to reward, because this is really uncharted territory. So for you to enter this, because it's been supported one, twice, third time, and the fourth time, you can consider entering. Okay, I'll enter just above this candle high, the previous candle day high, the high itself, just above the high. So using this candlestick as reference, you can open the buy stop order above there, with a stop loss there, and yeah, you would trail your profit with this 50 simple moving average. So where I can go is I will possibly take some profit if it touches this, so that a potential double top could have formed. And thereafter, I'll ride out all the way until this 50 simple moving averages, until the price crosses down below again. Yep. So otherwise, this bullish market structure remains intact, that's to be clear. And the reason why I put it above is so that if this, and prices go above, then you get a bullish market structure on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so yep, that's the potential trade setup for Nasdaq. Next looks over to gold. Okay, so over to gold, like I mentioned, you can see a very clear consolidation range bound region. So in terms of market structure, you can see this high, a higher high, a low, a lower low. So yeah, it's definitely on the neutral territory. Strength is strong and it's bullish because price is still above this 200 simple moving average. So I tend to be a long side bias. And let's move over to the daily chart. What you see over the daily chart here is very simple as well. It's also a very clear consolidation of range bound region. So like what I mentioned over there, the reason why I draw this trend line is that you could enter potential short setup because you hit this potential sell zone, which has been rejected once, twice, and this is potentially the third time. So yeah, so it wouldn't have triggered this yet. So let's take a look at price action. Yeah, it didn't. So for me to enter a sell stop order, I will put it below this low. So only when prices go below here will it trigger a sell stop, and then we'll have a target profit over there. So yeah, that's the potential trade setup for gold. And yeah, actually this give me more. Okay, so yeah, so that is basically more for use on only the forward chart to see that now potential break of market structure has taken place because the trend line is broken. That's one. And now you preferably hope for it to break down over here so that you have a more clear and distinct structure. Alright, so now there is time. Wait, I haven't updated the daily one. So what you see over here is I will mention a high, and this is a lower high. So you get a low, a lower low, a high, and a lower high. So potentially what you have over here is a bearish market structure because it's a high, a lower high, a low, and a lower low. So yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. So this, I almost forgot about this. So if you take towards this as a previous high, so a high, a higher high, a low, a lower low. So yes, it's in a consolidation neutral territory. So that's something I may have missed out. Yeah. So I think previously yesterday I put as bearish because that is weird to confirm, but yeah, so just ignore it. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, which is Euro and USD. Okay, so what you see at Euro is you see a nice pullback. That is very interesting, but let's look at the weekly chart first. So weekly chart, you see a potential resistance because this is the high, this is also a potential high. So this could be a double top formation, so be careful. So for this setup, I'll be more cautious instead. Even though on the daily chart it looks very bullish, but on the weekly chart you must be reminded that this is a potential double top formation, or it could even be a large range bound. Again, it will still be a bearish sign itself. So in that case, if you're trading on the daily chart and using the weekly chart as a guidance itself, then I would not enter this trade. But if I was looking to enter based on the 4-hourly chart and using daily chart as a guidance, then yes, I would enter this setup. So bear in mind what sort of trade setup you are looking to enter on a consistent basis in terms of time frame. Okay, on the weekly chart, you can see this is a high, it's a higher high. This is a low, 216.81. Yeah. So this is a low, this is a lower low, high, high. So strictly in terms of market structure wise, on the weekly chart, it's actually in the neutral territory as well. It's actually normal. This is the price is below this 200 simple moving average on the weekly. Okay, so bear in mind that this could potentially be a double top formation. So now I'm actually a little bit less bullish on this. But what is most important is I also wanted to see the price action on the, okay, but before that, there's something in the market structure. You get high, get higher high, a low, a definite potential lower low because this has already closed. So now you have a neutral or consolidation potential. Still strong. Yeah, it's still strong because you can see this, and this. And now it's neutral and price is above, so it's bullish. Okay, so let's look at the price action to be a little bit more clear. Okay, so would I enter a long setup here? The answer is no, not yet. What I want is I want price to go down further and then have a bullish pin bar or a bullish engulfing pattern before I enter a long setup. So you could wait for some sort of plunge and then go up, and then I'll enter. I wouldn't enter here even though it's exactly the same price because I need to see that there is sign of support in this region before entering the trade setup for long. So there's something to be aware of. Okay, so now this is updated. Let's move on to make the line chart and move on to the Bitcoin. Okay, so over at Bitcoin, like what I've mentioned yesterday, this could be a potentially consolidation pattern on a huge daily time frame. Okay, I don't look at the weekly time frame because Bitcoin still has Saturday and Sunday to trade. So it hasn't closed for the weekly candlestick yet. So here what you see is a high, a lower high, a low, a lower low. So in terms of market structure wise, it's clearly bearish. In terms of the trend, it's still bullish. The trend is still strong. This, and these are aligned nicely. And price is still very far above from this 200 simple moving average. So like what I mentioned, this could be a potential trade setup if you're looking to short the trade. So that is something that I've already taken note of. But more importantly, actually, I did enter a trade yesterday. And the reason was based on this. So I saw a pullback along to this region on a 4-hourly time frame. So you can see this is a high, it's a lower high, a low, it's a lower low. So when you get this, what I do is generally I will look for even close below here. But this is based on entry on the 4-hourly time frame. So what you see this is recommended if you're trading on the daily time frame as your entry time frame. For me, I was trading on the entry for the 4-hour time frame. So what I've entered somewhere here with target of here as the first checkpoint. And the second checkpoint is somewhere along here. Just slightly above here. Something to this extent. So yeah, there's something to take note of. This is a potential setup that I've already entered because this is a high, this is a low high, this is a low, this is a break. So there's a form of bearish market structure along with this overall on the daily chart. So henceforth, I enter this trade on the based on the 4-hourly time frame as entry and the daily time frame as the guide. But bear in mind that if I do see support over at this upslope trend line, I will take minimum profit or even take stop loss or move my stop loss lower as well. So that's a trade management that I take into place as well because I'm aware on the larger time frame that this is a potential support. Yeah, but in terms of the 4-hour, what you can see over here is still aligned nicely, so it's strong. In terms of the market structure wise, like I say, it's bearish. In terms of trend wise, it's still bullish simply because this candle is yet to close yet. Yeah, so technically speaking, it's bullish. Or if you wait for say maybe after 3.5 hours later, it closes below this 200 and it's still be bearish. So that could be a potential place where you could put a sell stop order over there as well. So for me, I'm a little bit more eager. I stick to where there is a high, lower high, low, and a break of that low, which is this. The minute it breaks below it, I'll enter. So that's my trade entry strategy or methodology per se. Yeah. So otherwise, Okay, so target will be 9.1K and 8.7K. What you can see. So click over here, you can read it over here actually. So yeah, so this is the target that I'll be looking at to take profit. And my stop loss will be above here, 9,600 something. And yeah, that's it for the day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for a quick update on Bitcoin, on how it progresses. If it does close above here, I will also consider to close out on my long or my short setup. But that's how it goes when it comes to trade management kind of things. So other than that, have a great day everyone, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.